We're going to look inside a commercial bank and learn how banks serve the bank. We'll find out how
Pablo Escobar
is helping the bank to fulfill its purposes. We'll see how bank credit serves the world of business. Behind the scenes, in the bookkeeping department, we'll be concerned with the bank's records of various depositors' accounts and with the bank's own balance sheet.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we've got Matt behind the camera. I'm Ben, you're you. That makes this stuff they don't want you to know. And before we get started, I have a question. Does anyone watching this work for a bank? If so, what do you do? Are you a teller at a bank? Are you a security guard? Are you an investment banker? Are you one of the people that is nominally supposed to supervise the passage of money from one country to the next? If so, this episode may be of interest to you, and I hope it doesn't hit too close to home. We're talking about money laundering. In an earlier audio episode, we were able to interview the legendary Robert Mazur, a U.S. Customs Enforcement agent who tracked down the financial dealings of the Escobar cartel. And although he didn't bring the entire cartel down, what he did do changed the state of international finance. He brought down the 7th largest bank in the world. He and his team over at the U.S. Customs Agency brought down BCCI, which was more or less openly laundering drug money. So what is money laundering? Let's say that I start selling cocaine, and let's say furthermore, that I'm really good at it for some reason. Again, this is hypothetical, Uncle Sam, if you're watching. And let's say that I start making bank, serious cash. I get millions and millions and millions of dollars, but it's all in cash, tens, 50s, hundreds. What am I gonna do with all these suitcases of money? Because eventually somebody is going to start asking questions. I need the money to look clean. It needs to appear as though I have made this money through a series of legitimate businesses. A car wash for Breaking Bad fans, maybe a laundromat, a nail salon, an arcade, a strip club, a bar, places that conventionally use cash. That'll work if I'm small time enough. But again, if I have millions and millions and millions of dollars, then I will need the help of financial professionals. I will need banks to move money from one country to another, from one asset of value to another, gold, diamonds, jewelry, right? Maybe even real estate, and move this money through these various transactions in such a way that at the end of the process, the money from the cocaine is inseparable, indistinguishable from the money that was generated or involved in this other series of transactions. It is a constant, continual, and very real problem. Here are 5 banks that have done the same thing.
Checks can be mailed anywhere. The money is safe because the check can be cashed only by the proper person. When checks are deposited, the bank collects the money from other banks on which the checks are drawn. Proceeds are credited to the depositor's account.
The point is that multiple banks are doing this, and the fines that they are getting are, number one, not jail time, and number two, essentially a tax, a cost of doing business. Money laundering is most likely happening in your country, wherever you are watching this. This is also a white-collar crime. White-collar crime meaning that the people who are responsible for this, who are taking money, maybe from you if you pay taxes, these people are never going to go to jail. They may get deferred prosecution. The bank may have to publicly apologize. However, the actual crimes don't get stopped, and the money goes through cash-hungry places like bars, laundromats at the small level and at the international level. While you are watching this video, millions of dollars are moving unseen from one country to the next. from one shell company to another. This matters, and this crime will likely not be prosecuted. So we would like your help. Check out our audio podcast, our 2-episode series, our interview with Robert Mazur. We'd also like to know, what, if any, cases of money laundering and dirty money do you see in your country today? As always, our best ideas for episodes come from you. So if you have a suggestion for an episode that you would like us to cover in the future, we'd love to hear from you. You can tell us on Facebook. You can tell us on Twitter. We're Conspiracy Stuff at both of those. We're also on Instagram. Look at us. Forward to the Future, Conspiracy Stuff Show. That's our handle there. You can check out every episode we've ever done on our website, stufftheydon'twantyoutoKnow.com, and we of all people get it. If you are not participating in the Pokemon Go social media brouhaha that the world has become, let me throw away my invisible phone. You can send us an email directly. We are conspiracy@howstuffworks.com.
It is said that money doesn't care who owns it, and apparently the bankers don't care either. They're often seen buying U.S. dollars from drug dealers. $500 million a year enters the Bolivian economy this way, but most of the coke profits remain in Swiss banks.